Hello, this is Brian. Today is Sunday, October 22nd, 2023, and I'm here near Johnsondale at the Trail of 100 Giants, here in the southern Sierra of Tulare County, California. So, I know I've pointed out sequoia trees before, mostly ones you find in the Angeles National Forest planted, but here we are where they grow naturally. So there you go. Sequoia dendron giganteum. The largest tree by volume in the world, which doesn't grow here in this grove. I think we're near the Freeman Creek Grove. I think this might be part of the Freeman Creek Grove, but I know it's near this area. We're also on the outskirts of some very bad fires from 2020 or 2021. I think the 2020 Sequoia complex fire was a part of this area. So, unfortunately. Alright.
Down and go on to the other side too, because that's some tones.
Yeah.
But later though, I'm gonna check out some cones.
Yeah, just do the short, maybe just walk the loop or whatever, and then we'll go over that way.
No, we can just, because we got time now.
Thank gosh.
Thanks, man. Wow, look and see, there's some rich trees over here.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it really got too super bad over here.
And let's see what we got here. Okay, it's time for Brian to botanize.
Sugar pine.
Yes, we got, of course, Pinus lambertiana, good old sugar pine. And of course, Calocedrus decurrens, the California incense cedar. So it looks like a few flames might have licked their way through here, but no, but you go less than a mile down M50, you're gonna see lots of devastation. Yeah, the way up from California Hot Springs is the way we came, and yeah, the fires from the last couple of years have really devastated the forest. And then let's see what we got over here. Looks like we got scalar willow, Salix scalariana, type you'll find here quite often here in the Sierras. Kind of looks like arroyo willow and is closely related to it. And then, of course, Pacific ponderosa pine, Pinus ponderosa subspecies benthamiana, California or Sierra white fir, Abies concolor variety lowiana. And yep, and there's a nice tall Sequoia dendron giganteum right there.
This one has a new leader growing at the top, a new young leader.
Yeah.
A new point growing at the very top.
Very top. Yeah, there's a very new leader just starting. And that's a relatively young tree too.
That's Sequoia?
Yeah, the one with the new leader.
Oh, heck yeah.
It must have been broken off or something.
So it's probably taller than that at one point, but now it's regrowing though.
Yeah. So here we are. Back in... My friend and I have been here a few times before. I know I shot video before, but I don't know if I uploaded any of it. Of course, in the understory here, you can see some of these trees changing color. Those are, of course, California black oaks, Quercus kellogii. But yeah.
Yeah, this Sequoia you can tell is pretty young because
this is a relatively young tree. It is starting to show its characteristic buttressing at the base. But this tree is way older than we are, but in terms of tree age, it's not an old tree at all. And of course we got California incense cedar, very commonly confused with sequoia, but difference is incense cedars have flattened sprays of foliage, while as sequoias have more rounded sprays. And here's an incense cedar trunk right here. The bark of incense cedar is very hard to the touch, and the bark of sequoia is kind of a spongy texture that gives a little bit of yield under your fingers. And here's more scalar willow changing color. Salix scalariana. There's quite a bit of it around here. And here's our little trail area here.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice to finally be out doing something. I was getting a little concerned. I forgot on the highway that it was actually pretty close.
Me too.
Pretty close from the turnoff.
Yep, I forgot. I was like, oh crap, we're done for.
So I don't think we were actually all the way in Johnsondale.
Oh, heck yeah.
So the elevation here is about 6,200 feet above sea level.
Wow. Big ponderosa part. A big ponderosa pine.
Yep, that's a log of a Pacific ponderosa pine.
Gosh. It's a nice one too. Too bad it's a volcano.
And here's a sequoia. I'm gonna go press my finger on it so you get an idea of how the bark feels. So here's a sequoia bark. Of course, it's more fluted and furrowed as you go higher up, but kind of has a foamy texture. Has a little more yield when you press your finger on it. And that's what they look like when they're young. When they're younger trees, they're very narrow, very narrow and spire-like, like spiky shaped crowns.
Could you believe that these trees get so big?
I know.
These little seeds and stuff.
Yep. Sequoia dendron giganteum. As we take this trail, we'll be taking a tour of some quite large trees. And of course, our beautiful Abies concolor variety Lowiana. Oh yeah.
Later on though, I'll probably go on the other side, so I won't be
Yeah, I'm gonna probably, because there was a really big one over on that other side.
There was some really big one, because it seems like they're not in the incorporated park. It seems like they get bigger when they're not incorporated.
True.
Because there's a canyon over there.
Yes.
This is nice, dog. Ryan, this is really nice.
Nice to be back.
Thanks, man. This is a tree.
Wait a minute, didn't we come this way? Oh no, we were going this way.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, see over here, the trees look like they're all hanging in there.
Yeah.
They look like they're better off over here than they were over there when we were coming in. Tree devastation.
So it looks like Brian might be getting his spotlight video on giant sequoia today.
So impressive.
I know. Yeah, they're pretty gnarly. Yep. I think I can smell the Sierra Mountain misery.
Me too.
Burnt. There's a. Yeah, if I can find it, I'll point it out. Yes.
That's it right there.
Yep. This is Sierra Mountain misery right here. Camebatia foliolosa.
How do I get that popping? How do I get that going?
I know, huh? Yeah, this is the Sierra Mountain misery, and when you're driving up the west slope of the Sierra, especially in the lower mid elevations, that really strong, thick hazelnut aroma is this plant here. I did a spotlight on this one back in 2021, so keep a lookout for that video. And also the southern mountain misery, Camebatia australis, is another close relative, but that's a little bit more of an upright shrub.
They don't grow like a trillium like that, huh? They grow more.
No, they're an Camebatia australis is an upright. It's a small shrub, nevertheless, but it's an upright shrub as opposed to these.
There's a different version of that.
Well, it's a completely different species,
Oh.
but it's closely related.
Oh, okay. Oh. Wow, that's interesting. Taxonomy work.
I love studying it. Okay, so here are the needles of our sequoia. So again, not in flattened sprays, and their needles are actually all like, so they have a little bit of a prickly tingle when you touch them. But the incense cedar has flat sprays of scale foliage that's very gentle to the touch.
Oh, a lot of white fur population.
Yeah, I guess
We're gonna come and get some fresh.
some nice Abies concolor variety Lowiana. So it's pretty nice.
That's Sequoia. This is cool. The baby to make the giant.
I think it said this one was like 50 to 85 years old.
This one?
I think so. And of course, not a surprise to see this here. Pendus lambertiana, sugar pine. Kind of weird how these.
A lot younger now.
Yeah, it is weird how this trail does switchbacks.
It does.
It's kind of funny, actually. I mean, it's such a gentle slope here.
Yeah.
People like me who are used to doing cross-country hikes and stuff like that. But
So that Sequoia fire is how old?
I think I've just passed by the sign. It said it was 50 to 85 years old. Actually, honestly, I thought they would have been bigger.
Yeah, I thought it was faster growing than that, or maybe it's just that one.
I think so. Oh, and I think, okay, here's a landmark tree here. We're gonna round the bend on this switchback here. Then I'm gonna talk about this 2-trunk tree here because it's, yep, I'll be talking about that on my next clip. And here we got bush chinquapin, Chrysolipus sempervirens.
I think the squirrels probably got to them. I think they're last year's, huh?
I don't know, maybe not. Now this one's usually a low-growing shrub, especially at higher elevations. Again, we're only about 6,200 feet here. But bush chinquapin's usually a low-growing shrub, especially prevalent in subalpine lodgepole pine, limber pine, red fir forests. However, this one's about 8 or 9 feet tall. Every now and then, I've seen a couple here in the Sierras that are very upright and bushy, but typically these are pretty low-growing shrubs.
Yeah, they don't grow. They're usually more low, like a hedge or something.
Usually, yeah. Chrysolipus sempervirens is a low-growing shrub.
This one's grow more upright, like a.
I know along the big trees, where was it, the giant forest, they had a couple of upright ones over there by the General Sherman. There were some upright ones there.
Yeah.
What's going on over here? Oh, that part's closed over there. Oh, well, that's kind of bum. Sorry I had to cover up the camera. I just didn't want to get the... Yeah. Sorry I had to cover up. I just didn't want to get kids in the picture.
Oh, yeah.
I just try to be respectful like that.
Me too.
So, looks like definitely a couple of the flames of the fire definitely licked through here. As you can see, the big log I remember I walked past a few times.
That we used to walk on that one. Huh? That was the log you could go on. Huh?
It was, and yeah, it got burnt. So you could see some new fire scars. In fact, that Sequoia there, next to that really big one, a slightly smaller 2-trunked one, has some fire damage on it.
Oh yeah, yes. Yep, and you can tell some of the crown's damaged.
Yeah.
Some of the crowns, they haven't even damaged.
Wow, what a
I guess
sad.
Here.
Yeah. I think there's more trails, but yeah. I was kind of hoping to do the loop so I can at least get the full hike out of this. And here's more of that Camebatia foliosa. These are very similar. Very similar to Camebatia australis, the southern mountain misery. Only I think they're a little darker green, a little brighter green on the southern mountain misery.
Yeah, I've seen these grow in other places too. I think.
Yeah.
Drier, lower places.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any type of kill city. Or it seems like I've seen that plant. I remember seeing that plant somewhere, and if it was a different species, it wasn't the type of old that grows up here.
Well, here we go. So here's an interesting tree here. This 2-trunk tree is actually somewhat famous. I've read about it. This is what we call. These are 2 trees. These are not both the same species. The left is an incense cedar, Calicedrus decurrens, and this is a giant sequoia. And you can see the wood of the giant sequoia, again, spongy bark that has a little yield, and the incense cedar, completely hard knock wood. They are going together, and eventually, I'm pretty sure this giant sequoia is going to wrap around and probably choke off this poor incense cedar who just happened to germinate right next to it. So this is what we call the sequoia.
See, the sequoia can't help it, huh?
No, this is just sequoias of such much larger based trees than incense cedars. There's just no way this incense cedar is going to survive forever. This incense cedar's been here for a while.
And the sequoia, do you think it's younger?
I don't know. They could be closer to the same age. Obviously, giant sequoias get much larger than incense cedars. I think so, yeah.
That's probably why it's gonna choke it off, huh?
Yeah, but here's the little placard.
Just happened to get in a line of fire, that poor sequoia.
I think so.
Line of fire, just happened to get in it.
See, the last time I was here, they didn't have all these signs here.
No.
But I remember this tree from. I've seen this tree. We've seen this for about 2 times.
So that sequoia's probably grown a little every year. Huh?
So yeah, this is what here. They maintain separate nurture systems and they don't depend upon each other, of course. However, the girth of this giant sequoia is probably eventually going to either push the incense cedar down or wrap around it and choke it off, is my hypothesis of what's going to happen, unfortunately.
And it's not doing that to be mean, it's just a sequoia's nature.
Yeah, it's just what it does.
Because the trunk grows way bigger and you happen to grow next to me, so what can I do, huh?
Exactly. It happens. It's competition in nature. I mean, this happens sometimes. They sprout. So I'm not sure which one's older, but they might be the same age. Obviously, the giant sequoia is much taller and much girthier, as you can tell here, as evidenced. But yeah, this is what we call the sequoia, or what was nicknamed the sequoia, with the 2 related species in the cypress family, the Cupressaceae, growing together. And then, of course, mountain whitethorn, Ceanothus cardulatus. Yeah, I know I shot some video around it, but I don't know if I ever uploaded it.
No, actually, a few years ago I got pictures of sequoia.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think two species are very going to be germinating this year.
I hope.
Starting them in my nursery this year.
Yeah, buddy.
Hopefully.
I'm going to go ahead and get a picture or 2 of the sequoia, and then we're going to move on to some other spots.
Just let it go. Oh, I wonder if you got new Ponderosa cone. That probably last.
Might be.
I wonder if
Here we come.
they would have done something.
Coming up to our next sugar pine. Yeah, good old Pinus lambertiana.
Yeah.
And this is not even an old growth tree either.
No.
Because when they get older, right now, these younger trees, their bark's kind of deeply furrowed, but when they get much older, sometimes they break out in narrow plates.
Yeah,
bark.
sort of like a Ponderosa, but in a different way. Sort of
A little narrower, yeah. Narrower than the Ponderosa, but definitely. And then this one's sharing space with an incense cedar too. So what is this going to be, a pine cedar?
So then these sugar pine definitely probably grow faster.
Maybe, and they get a little bit larger than incense cedar. So it looks like this incense cedar is kind of in a precarious situation too.
Yep.
But probably not nearly as bad as the sequoia.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think this sugar pine's going to get girthy enough to wrap around this guy here. So, yeah. And then we get a weird forking ponderosa up ahead.
Ooh.
This ponderosa breaks out into, looks like 3 forks right over here.
Yeah, that's nice.
So it's got 3 leaders? Wow.
Oh.
We have 2 larger leaders and one smaller leader that's probably going to get competed or outcompeted.
Probably, and then it's gonna just be a side, and then maybe it's gonna take over.
Probably. And this incense cedar is leaning.
Wow. Yeah, that's why they got the red band around it.
They're probably going to, I hate to say it, I think the Forest Service is probably going to cut it out.
Yeah, so I wonder why it's leaning like that.
Well, I remember seeing lots of leaning ones.
I wonder why they do that.
Oh, the camera's acting up. So, well, a friend and I had to go back to the car to get another camera because the last clip, I mean, it came out fine. I checked it on the other camera, but I've been having issues with it. So we're walking along we're just past the Travel Hunter Giants, just over that way. We're actually heading over towards this large tree here. And that's where I'm gonna go hang out.
Look at this young tall ponderosa down there. Young tall ponderosa.
Oh yeah,
It's thriving.
very beautiful forest here.
Yeah, wow. Yep, down here with some big sequoias down there. In the
Yeah.
Canyon. Taller than some of those over there.
Oh yeah.
Giving them a run. So I think it's more of a canyon down. Oh, some big sugar pine down there.
Oh,
I might
yeah.
come up on some good cones. Hopefully I come up on some. Man, I want to get some Sequoia started. I gotta get some more started. Because I failed last year.
Let's see what we get.
Sequoia National Forest. Thank God it's not Sequoia National Park, because it'd be off.
So right here near this turnout here.
It's nice, man. If you haven't been here, you haven't lived.
Exactly.
This is a beautiful spot.
It really is a great place.
I can smell the wood of Sequoia.
Yeah.
Woodiness, piney smell. I got it. Beautiful.
It smells very good over here.
It does. That smells is wonderful.
All right. Very beautiful here. Some young sequoias around here. Yeah, I'm going to be joining you pretty soon.
I'm going to start off over here though. Oh.
Wow. Very luscious over here. Fortunately, a lot of snags though too.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane. Oh, heck yeah. Of course, on the tires, huh?
Yeah.
So it looks like I might be finding my spotlight inspiration over here.
Yes.
I'm gonna get ready to get into a spotlight pretty soon, but
Oh, hell yeah, heck yeah.
right down here, less than a quarter of a mile away from the Trail of 100 Giants. Nice quiet spot. Yeah. No, I don't think so around here. I think we're a little too high up here in the Sierras for it. There is one place I've seen it at 6,300 feet. It was near Cuyamaca. No, that was on near Cuyamaca Peak. That was the highest I've ever seen poison oak above 6,000 feet. I never thought that would happen.
Yeah, me neither. I
be
never
honest.
thought they'd be, so that sort of scares me a little bit. That's what makes me a little worried. Almost a little bit worried. Because it makes my ass itch a little bit on that one.
Yeah.
That means if it's that high, maybe this may not be a possibility in some spots.
Maybe.
It may not be impossible for it to spread up over here. I was thinking. I'm wondering, dang, I didn't think it could creep like that. I didn't think
Me too. I was really surprised to see it, and I almost touched it too, almost by mistake. I was looking at a black oak, a little black oak sapling, and was growing right in it.
Gosh.
I know.
That's sort of, man, I don't like the sound. I sort of don't like the sound of that. That sort of makes me a little worried about
Yeah.
having to deal with poison oak, because you said the rash is really bad, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to have to ever deal with that shit. I'm trying not to step on.
All right, so we're just under the highway, and there's a little drainage creek right down here. Just a short hop, skip, and a jump away from the Trail of 100 Giants. And we got some magnificent giant sequoias. Lots of younger growth ones here. Lots of younger trees that are really tall and vigorous. And of course, we got, no surprise here, a massive sugar pine. Yeah. This is it is. That's why it's so luscious over here. A little bit. Ooh, I think I see giant chain fern. Yeah, looks like there's one giant chain fern over here. The only time I've seen giant chain fern was in the Santa Ana Mountains over in Trabuco Canyon. Yeah. Yeah, right here we have giant chain fern. That's Woodwardia fimbriata. It's the largest species of fern that grows here in California. Right along this little drainage brook right here. Very beautiful here. Very beautiful. This is what I'm talking about. Of course, we got more sugar pine, more Sierra white fir. A little too low for red fir, but you have to go a little bit higher up in elevation for that. And we do have some fall color over here. I know, huh? Here we got Quercus kelloggi, California black oak, changing color for autumn. Down right above this little drainage, little ravine. Very beautifully thickly forested over here. And we got a very tall younger sequoia here with this very pointy crown. Very tall. And that's a young tree. Usually they get more rounded and more irregular when they get older. So just had to get some footage of this area too. Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nah, huh? Heck yeah. Well, we got this sequoia across the creek that has a split in its trunk. You can actually walk through it. Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and check it out real quick. All right, let's see if I can get across this without busting my behind. All right, so we got this hollowed out sequoia right here. I think they call these goose pens if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna get to walk inside. Looks like there was a small white fir tree growing in here. This is what a goose pen looks like. However, this is all part of the same tree here. It's all part of the same tree. Hollowed out from fires. The tree is still growing, still relatively healthy. Magnificent here. Very beautiful. Of course, we've got a lot of young thicket sequoias, young incense cedars, and some young Pacific ponderosas. Got a lot of giant sequoia saplings around here. Yeah, this is a pretty big tree. It's a really big tree. Got some big girth to it. Very magnificent here. Yeah, lots of young sequoia saplings right here. Very nice. Here's a white fir that got kind of contorted right there. You kind of see a little contortion there. Yeah, very beautiful here. Very peaceful. Yeah? Oh, okay. Yeah. Right over here. Yeah. Pretty neat stuff. Alright, so this will probably be my last clip for the Trail of 100 Giants area video because I'm going to have to get into a spotlight. So, as I'm here, I'm also noticing these herbaceous plants here. I believe this is prickly hawkweed, Hieracium horridum. I've only seen that one once before along the Sherman Peak Trail. And I think this is it here. I think this is Hieracium horridum if I remember correctly. It's a plant with very prickly, hairy leaves and these little yellow daisy-like flowers, as it's a sunflower family member in the Asteraceae. And looks like we've got a little patch here in the forest duff. So this appears to be Hieracium horridum. It's supposed to be found in the Southern California mountains around, I guess, the San Bernardino and San Gabriel's, but I've yet to see this plant there before. I was hoping to find it there eventually. Eventually I want to get this plant in bloom so I can do a spotlight video. Oh yeah? Oh, nice. All right, so a couple other little treats around here. Here's that giant chain fern again. It's probably getting ready to go dormant, I guess, because it gets cold here in the winter. Then we got some Sierra gooseberry here that's changing wine red. Absolutely beautiful fall color. I was pointing this out at Mount Laguna back in early October. I was pointing out this plant over there too. Early mid-October. And then we do have some Sierra. So that's Sierra gooseberry, Ribes roesley, variety roesley. There's some more of it here with the deeply incised lobe leaves. Then we have some small Sierra currant plants. Some young ones here. And that's Ribes nevadense. They're not really any large thickets of it, at least over here. Here's some more of that. Again, I believe this is that prickly hawkweed plant. Always want to do a spotlight video on it, but I've only seen it the one time until today, and that was over above Sherman Pass along the Sherman Peak Trail as I was hiking to Sherman Peak back in 2018. And then here we go. Some type of hedge nettle in the genus Stachys. I'm not sure what species grow up here, if it's a variety of Stachys rigida, but I'm not sure. We got it all growing here right alongside this little drainage creek. Here again, here's that giant chain fern. They can get much larger than this too. The only other place I've seen this so far would be in Trabuco Canyon in the Santa Ana Mountains, Orange County. But this will probably be my last clip. Just enjoying the peace and quiet of the forest. And I guess this is going to do it for my short video about the Trail of 100 Giants area. Like I said, I thought my camera was getting damaged earlier, but it was, I think it was the camera. There's something wrong with the not the lens, but the viewer. So I couldn't play it back and see it. I could hear the audio, but I couldn't see the visuals. But, giant sequoia is over here. So I'm going to look for a place to start shooting a spotlight video on giant sequoia. Finally, I've waited years to do a spotlight video on that, so I'm going to get ready to start recording that, and that'll probably be up around the same time as this. So thanks for watching my little Trail of 100 Giants area video, and catch you on my next one.